Hey guys, welcome back to Shelly's Jamaican Bickle and Lifestyle. Yes, it's another day, and I continue on the repatriation, the American, Canadian, or foreign country series. So, before you watch this, make sure you watch the other two. So, in this series, today I'll do two uploads. The first one, it's like 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am, and I'm about ready to work. So wherever you're watching from, bless up yourself. Thank you for the support. Drop a comment. Please be respectful because I'm a very respectful person. I am a child of the Most High God. Not perfect, but I love everyone, and this is just my personal experience and information. So I'm gonna give a little bit of my whole American experience. It's a lot, and it will have to be in different parts, but today I promise you I'll do one now, and stay tuned later for a car chronicles. I'll be going to an appointment and I'll be doing that other video to upload. So I won't speak on the work experience, but I'll give a little background of the whole experience when it comes to culture shock, which I spoke of before. So if you're wondering if I'm working and doing this, I started to work and I'm on a little break. So the culture shock portion of it is coming into a foreign country. It is gonna be so different from what you're compared to back home in Jamaica. Back home in Jamaica, we normally go with the title Miss Denton, Mr. John, Mr. Williams, whatever. So when I just came here culturally, I realized being in the workplace, you are called by your first name. Nobody comes to say Miss, nobody comes to say Mr. You're called by your first name. So that was a little strange for me. I need a little chapstick. That was a little strange for me. Back home in Jamaica, we normally address persons by Mr. or Miss or Mrs. That was a little strange to adapt to. People wise and like building relationships was another weird area for us because we didn't know anyone, and it was a little bit weird and strange to communicate with other people because you just always feel people are stare upon you. In America, I felt like when I just came here, I used to get some stare from people, maybe even today, because culturally they're like, oh, this is another person. This is just my old perception of it, is like you'll feel discriminated, so you have to prepare yourself for the discrimination part, to not let that even bother you, but just try to adapt and adjust to this new environment you've placed yourself in, or you found yourself in. Make much of it and try not to let it get you down. So to switch, let me say switch roles, or just switch for a little bit regarding the culture shock portion of it. America was the first place I've ever traveled to. Left Jamaica and traveled to international. My first time leaving Jamaica was migrating to the US. And I came with a plan that I'm gonna come, I'm gonna work my ass off because I want better for myself, better for my children, my mother, my siblings back home. When I left Jamaica, I left my mother in a food for the poor house. And I remember when it rained or when it was cold, you literally could feel cold coming through some little boards because it's not a well done structure. It was just a structure to give shelter. And I remember one of my biggest plan when I was migrating, I told myself, Mommy, I have to come out of the food for the poor house. It's not gonna be easy living in a foreign country, working to pay bills and trying to maintain a family back home. I can tell you that is tough. It's rough. But living, working in Kingston, financially I was stable and I had the support financially to help me. But I decided to take this opportunity to come overseas with my two children. I didn't leave any of them behind. The person who petitioned for me, petitioned for my son, which was his, my daughter, which was not his, but eventually was his stepdaughter at the time. Because we're no longer together, we got divorced after years. That in itself is another story. Stay tuned. But lots of story time. Although this is my channel where I do cooking and lifestyle, this can also be considered as lifestyle. So I decided I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna work my ass off because I want to fix my mom's house. 2009 took me 2010 June to get my first job. Did interview, everything me, got accepted, but did not start until in June. The money was not a lot, I can tell you. And I was employed part-time. So it was in banking and it was part-time with a little overtime. It was not a lot of money. And it used to be like 30 hours per week. However, I took the opportunity because I wanted to get the American experience. And I decided I'm going to look another job, another part-time job. Because this girl have plans and this girl want to push through with her plans. I got a part-time job, so I was doing 2 jobs. And in 2010, I was earning $12 per hour in the bank. Yes, $12 was minimum wage. My other part-time job in a clothing store, I was earning maybe $7 or $8.50. But listen, at the point or at the time when I was doing both jobs, I still was not paying any bills. I would contribute maybe to food and other little stuff, but I wasn't paying no expensive bills. So I was able to save a little. My mom is back home, lost my father from a very young age. I was able to send money back home, maintain my mother. I had a loan back home in Jamaica, and I'll have to give a different story about that. Lots of things I can tell you coming to a foreign country is a lot. It's a lot. I had a loan to finance back home, and I wasn't able to finance the payments for a period of time, but I'm gonna keep you up to date on it. As I say, I'm gonna be giving information out there because I don't want nobody feel discouraged to feel like you can't come to a foreign country and make something of yourself. You can, because I have made something of myself with a lot of sacrifice. Do I have regrets? Do I owe bills or debts? Do I have debts? I do, but not a lot of debts. And that I'll have to get to in other stories. But I was able to work, send money back home to help my mom, who wasn't working, had health issues, and save a little for the rainy day. Because I strongly believe it's not the amount of money that you're working that you're able to save. And this is just my perception, not yours. You might agree, you might disagree. It's not the amount of money that you work, it's what you choose to do with it. You could be working $10, and if you try to save a penny out of it, it will get you somewhere. But if you don't try to save a little, then you will not have anything. And I've learned that, as I said, working in finance, it's not the amount of money that you work that allows you to save. It's what you choose to do with it. Because people will tend to go out there and buy clothes, shoes, instead of saving and saying them can't save $5. I can save $5. If I'm taking home $50 every week, I should be able to put $5 down for a rainy day. It's a lot of sacrifice, determination, and just structuring the thing that you want something out of life. And in order to get it, you have to save towards it. So I was able to save, send back money home, but I couldn't pay my loan. The financial institution knew I was going through a little, and as I said, I wasn't earning much. But then if I calculate working 30 hours times $12, and that's before any taxes come out of it. So 30 hours times $12, that's like $260 weekly before taxes. So for the month, I would say maybe that's $1,440. So maybe after taxes for the month, I'm going home with maybe 1,000 and a little. That's way back then, but I was earning $12 when I just came here. Did I consider it to be a lot of money? Yes, me did consider it to be a lot of money, because I met other persons who told me they were working like $10, so I was lucky in the bank earning $12, and I made much of it. I stayed in banking for 6 years. Then I went into insurance, which until today, while making this video, I'm still in insurance, but I'm definitely gonna give information out there about my experience, and this is my personal experience. I was able to make sacrifice. My major concern was my mom living in a food for the poor house. And I can say today, if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel, go check out my lifestyle playlist and see a video I did. I'm gonna search to tell you the video, and I'm gonna drop the link in this. Please go see a video that I did in 2023, where myself and my other siblings that reside overseas went back home to Jamaica, and I did a vlog from my mom's house. That's where I go when I go back to Jamaica. So I'm gonna tell you the name of the video. And everything that you see, you will see it's in the lifestyle vlogs, and I'll definitely drop the link in this. Outdoor cooking Jamaican style, and I showed a little bit of what my mom's house looks like now, and all that fixing up on that property, which one of my other sister bought from my mom. Because in Jamaica, in order to get a food for the poor house, you have to have property. So long term, we eventually bought the land, myself and other siblings, and she got the food for the poor house. But I want you to go watch that video and see my mom's house. And that was since I came to America, been through my struggles. At one point, I was almost homeless. It's a lot. Foreign country is a lot, and it's only the strong that will survive. If you're not strong, you're going to just weak out and just call it quits. But listen, don't give up. I did not give up. I was left asleep on the floor for a while, but listen, I can tell you God's promises are true. Set goals. Don't give up. Push on. Pray on. Trust God. Trust the process. Right now, you might be homeless watching this. Right now, you might be watching this and contemplating, should I come to America? Right now, you're watching this and you're thinking, should I go back home? Right now, you're watching this and you're probably maybe contemplating some thoughts which are not of God. But I pray right now for you that you will not give up. Hold on. Drop in the comment section if you feel like you've lost, you have came to this country, or you've come to this country and things have not been good for you. But listen, don't give up. I can't help all, but if I can lend a helping hand to help someone who's in dire need, I will. Because God is a way maker, and He made a way for me, He'll make a way for you too. Feel free to drop a comment and share your thoughts. I'll go through them, I'll read them over the weekend because it's normally busy for me in the week. My mom is now here from Jamaica with me, 73 years old, and I'm working, making sure she's okay, preparing meals and stuff because she's the ARS, still 100% able-bodied. Thanks be to God, can cook, wash, do everything for herself, but she's here on vacation with me, resting, giving herself a break. So I take the responsibility to do everything, make breakfast, everything. I have been able as a Jamaican to come to America, work, save, and build up a two bathroom, 5-bedroom house in Jamaica. 2 bathroom, 5-bedroom, kitchen, living room, veranda. Go check out my lifestyle vlog, outdoor cooking in Jamaica, when me and my other siblings went there and see my mother's house. And guess what? It's yellow, just like the food for the poor house she lived in years ago when I migrated to Jamaica. And the stigma stood with me that people are going to see my mother house and say, oh, our penny them live a foreign and she live in a food for the poor house. But listen, nothing happens before the time. It took a lot. It took a lot, and it happened during a time in my life when my other siblings could not help. What you see, it was done solely by me. If you go check that video out, 2 bathroom, 5 bedrooms, living room and kitchen with passage. Yes, that was done coming to America. And I'm only telling you about what I was able to do back home in Jamaica. I'm not tell you yet what I was able to do in America throughout that time. So let's piggyback. Everything I did on my mother's home in Jamaica was done. Living, working, 2 jobs, saving. At this point, I am divorced. When all this was happening and I started to put in a little in the house, it had to stop because the resource was not there. until things got a little bit better financially for me. I was able to finish that property during COVID. I remember COVID was 2019. So 2019, 2020, 2021, early 2022, I can tell you that my mom's house is now finished. There are little things that need to be done on it, like grilling up everything, but for now, I can tell you, my mom is no longer living in a food for the poor house because I got an opportunity to come to America. And based on the opportunity I got to come here, I was able to build up, improve my mother's place back home in Jamaica. That worst case, if I choose or decide to go back home, I don't even know if I would be going back that direction, because I'm another country, like away from the town and stuff. I'm not sure I would go there to like live, but I go there to visit. Not every year. It's not every year. And my mom has 6 children. We're all alive. 2 are still living in Jamaica. 2 living in America. 2 living in the UK. But out of coming to America, I was able to help my mother financially back home, not working. To build our house. And she was in a 2-bedroom food for the poor house. You can make something of America if you come here and you don't keep your eyes on the glitz and the glam. If you don't watch what people do, what people wear, where people drive, and just be you and do you. I'm not going to tell you America is the best place when it comes to the food that we're consuming. I'm not going to tell you it is the best. No, I'm a miss Jamaica. I'm a miss the food. And I am one of them where I am always excited to go to Jamaica, but I don't go to Jamaica every year. I don't. But once I reach down there, the food and the old culture stands out to me. Every time if I return, I miss it even more and more. Sometimes I do get homesick, but I came here with a plan. I've still not fully executed that whole plan, but I am still a work in progress. You can make something of America. You don't have to listen to the naysayers out there. But in order to do that, you have to have plans, you have to have goals. You can't just come and just work and just expect say every month or every other month you go travel or you go Jamaica. And I can tell you, a lot of people come here and they are not even able to help them family at Jamaica because of maybe reasons outside of their control, or some people just no business or care about them family. America is not the worst, and I've traveled to places, other countries. Jamaica is golden. Jamaica is the best. Opportunities are here in America if you set yourself up to matriculate, if you set yourself up to make sacrifices, if you set yourself up to work 2 and 3 times harder, you will be able to succeed. But you can't succeed without setting goals. You can't just get up every day and just work, work, work. So work and plan for retirement. Plan that at a point and at a stage when you're not able-bodied, or you're not able to like work like how you used to, how you're gonna survive. And I think that's where a lot of people fall short. Why? We see so many people packing up, going home, saying waste then time at Canada, and then waste then time at America, because there was nothing here for them. No, I don't believe there was nothing there or in any foreign country for no Jamaican. I just think that you did not make the right choices. You did not. And as I mentioned in another video, I don't want to call anybody name, because the whole social media, he say, she say, and that person say, that somebody they say, I don't want that. And if I mention anyone's name, it is not out of trying to demean someone's character, but I do follow a set of people on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube mostly, and I see the mayhem going on. No come America, because when you come America, nothing a there for you. I'ma feel worthless, me this. Me never feel so. You're gonna feel depressed. There are different climates here. Winter, I think, is the worst because it's cold. And whether it a snow or in a snow, you have to come out go work. When I used to be in Jamaica and it a rain, you could call out a work because it's raining. Yes, you could call out a work because it's raining. But here in America, it a snow. You have to come out and go work. Ice out there, you have to go out there, go drop on the slip, slide, drop on the ice or the slush. Because you have ends to meet, and the bills keep coming, and the bills keep coming. Bills there Jamaica just the same too. You can make something of yourself in a foreign country. And I've seen so many people who've come to America where I am, invested their time, their hard work, dedication in making sure that they are prepared for going back home to Jamaica. So them build up the house, them start the business out of working in Jamaica. And this is 9 to 5. This is not no illegal working in order to achieve or maintain things. No. Dedication, saving a penny, saving a dollar. You'd be surprised if you try to save a dollar per day. For the month, you would have $30 or $31. But at least you're starting somewhere. I don't want to make these too long, and I'm gone at almost 30 minutes in this one. Maybe today I'll put out 3 or 2, depending on how my day goes. I have a 12 o'clock appointment. So after maybe 1, 2, once I get back home, I'll do my other upload from my car chronicles. But I've been able to come to America and make a big difference in my family by looking out and helping my family back home. Sometimes when me look and see how me used to send barrel, top of barrel, when those were the barrel days. Every year I used to make sure I sent my mom at least 2 to 3 barrels. every year. This stopped during COVID because the demand for food and the supply was scarce. So during that time, me stop. And like now, I think it costs a lot to send it and then to pay to clear it. So I prefer to order the food from the supermarkets that does this online, send the money, and she go pick up what she want. But I've been able to do so much back home out of being able to maintain a life here and also helping my family back home. And as I say, I will tell you what I've been able to achieve here in America. I just talk about Jamaica. I want to make you know, say, don't give up. Don't give up. And if you're getting the opportunity to come here and you're coming here legal, I can't say for the ones that have entered this country illegally, because that is not my experience. But my experience is you can come to America, you can work hard, save. Don't follow every crowd where you see. Be yourself, set goals, because if you're not set goals, then you're bound to fail. You're bound to perish. With people bound to perish due to lack of knowledge. Make sure you find yourself with the people them where can motivate you, and not the people them where are go in a competition for see who can dress the best, or who can do this, or who can do that. I think sometimes the things that we set our eyes on is not what God intended for us. We just follow other people. Be yourself. Be yourself, but stay tuned. I have been able to make good of my American experience, my American living or livity or whatever you call it. I've been able to come here and make good of opportunity or opportunities that were given to me. And I don't have no regrets. I don't. So stay tuned. Love you. Subscribe. Drop a comment. And follow. I do good, clean content over here. Lots of cooking videos for my mental health. Little lifestyle videos, travel, and like these, I'll drop them in my lifestyle playlist. And stay tuned, because this will continue. Bye.